Well, hey there, welcome back to Georgetown. I'm Mike, and we are here late spring. Just got done feeding some cows. That's right, we bought some cows over the winter. Picked up a few. They're doing good. We've got food silage for them, so we're able to feed them. We have not made any TMR because we do need some corn. But we have them all set up here. Whoa, did you see that? That cow is fat-free right there, fat-free beef. That's the one. We have 50 cows. As I just bought them. I paid the dealer to deliver them. See, we got plenty of money. $427,000. I have done a tremendous amount of logging. Over the winter, finished up. I did some logging and made quite a bit of money. I also sold a few things. Got rid of the horse planter that we had. It just was not working out. Continue to have trouble with it swapping out the seed type. So it is gone. So what I am about to do is we're going to bring this guy up to the shop because we need to lease a planter. Actually, we can go out this back way here. We need to get a planter because we need to plant this field here, this big giant field. It is ready to be planted. And as well, we are here, all of these fields here. Let's see. Yes, these are all combined here. And then we also have this little grass field right here that needs to be planted. Well, it used to be grass. And then also field 98. Need to get that planted as well. We'll take a look at the home site up by the lake here in just a while. Did some things up there. Had some bad news though. The wheat that I planted at the end of last year, every bit of it wilted. It was growing good and then it just wilted. So I guess it couldn't survive the snow. So that was a bust. So did not get anything off of that. But that has all been replanted. And like I said, we'll go take a look at it here in just a while. We're going to get down here to the shop and get this planter leased. And then I need to go fill it up with seed. Or, well, I'll probably buy pallets at the shop and get it filled up and get back and get started planting. Also, the Kenworth is gone. I was not able to get that to function to suit me during the snow-covered areas. It just was not pulling the trailer through those windy mountain roads very well. So I sold it and I bought a different truck. And we'll take a look at that when we get back up to the home site as well. So quite a bit of time has passed. Wasn't sure about going this far between episodes, but it's just how it worked out. Probably didn't want to see me doing a bunch of logging. But I do want to say a very special thank you to all of you watching this video, all of my subscribers, everyone who has liked the video, commented, shown me any type of support. It is very much appreciated. As a matter of fact, I'm recording this video just a couple of days after reaching 1,000 subscribers. So I am over the moon with excitement. Very, very excited to get my channel to this point. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it very much. So the planter I decided to go with is this John Deere 12-row planter here. It is quite expensive, so I am going to lease it. $8,000 to lease. So we got the planter there, and I do have a little bit of seed down at the farm, but not nearly enough. So I'm gonna probably just go ahead and buy a couple pallets here, and we'll see about getting this thing filled up here. So my plan is to plant corn in the big field there behind the farm. And the reason is because we can use the corn to take down to the ethanol plant to make fuel. Or we can sell it. Or we can use it to help make the TMR there at the farm in our TMR silo. So the corn will be a good crop for this year, as well as, since we're doing corn, I've decided to stick with crops that we can use a corn header with. So I think I'm going to do hops in field 98 here. And then maybe do hops or something else, maybe sunflower, something like that. That field there is not very big, so we'll just put something in that as well. I think this pallet will get us close here. I have never used this planter here, but I ran across it and I really liked how the tank was on the back there. It holds quite a bit of seeds. So I think that is going to let us get through at least the majority of that big field before we have to refill. And while we're waiting here, let me make sure we're on corn, just so I don't forget to do that. Oh, this one actually plants seed crops as well. Interesting. There we go. Alright, it is full. Just a few bags left on the pallet. So I'm going to get this back down to the farm and get it going planting. Alright, we've made it down here to the farm, and I didn't hit anything. Very pleased with that. So we get this planter here unfolded, and I get going on some seeding. I tell you, this tractor here really turns. I mean, literally turns on a dime. Check this out. I mean, it is almost zero turn maneuverable. Isn't that cool? Alright, we'll get that fired up and start putting some seeds in the ground. Now this tractor, when I bought it, was the chip-tuned version. That was one of the options. And I had a stage 1 chip tune, and I went ahead and upgraded via chip. Normally I don't like to upgrade the equipment as far as the engine, just because that's not something you really do in real life. So I don't normally do that when I buy it. If I want to upgrade power, I normally buy a new piece of equipment. However, since I had bought this with the first stage tune, that's just a software update normally, so I went ahead and upgraded to the second stage, and I think that put this tractor at about 360 horsepower. So quite a bit of horsepower, and this is just a medium class tractor. But it's pulling the planter with no problems at all. I was worried a little bit about the weight in the back, but seems to have plenty of weight to not bounce around too much, so that is working out really well. So during the winter on this map, the lakes do freeze up, rivers freeze up. There was pretty much snow through the entire winter over this past season, so that was fun. What I'm going to do is get this field started here. We're going to get a worker to help me out, and then we'll head up to the homestead up there and check out everything. I decided to lease this planter because I did not want to burn through all of the money, because we are going to need to get some harvesting equipment. We still need a trailer to haul the grain because we're going to have quite a bit of grain this year. So we're going to need a trailer as well. So still some equipment we need to get. So I'm just trying to watch what I spend here because I really don't want to do any more logging. Alright, I've rode around the field with the helper here, and they seem to be doing a good enough job. I guess I should have started on the up and down rows, so it's not turning on the freshly planted soil, but it's too late now. It is what it is. So I'm gonna hop out here, let the helper go and do its thing while we go and do other things. So what we're going to do is we're going to hop up here, take a look at what's going on in the woods. So let's take a look at the area where I was doing some logging. Quite a bit of trees gone from this area. Got the equipment here. Let's hop up on the top here so we can get a better look. All of the area has been taken out and taken down to sell at the lumber mill. Just to give you a perspective of what this looks like, let's just fly up in the air here and take a look. There's a little landing area I built, a little turnaround area. Now that is quite a bit of trees. You can see how dense the forest is. And then where this is in comparison to the farm. You see my other fields over there. So quite a bit of an area. I don't believe I'm going to turn it into farmland. At least not just yet. So let's take a look at these fields over here. This is the wheat field that I had planted, and it is now grass. I planted this field in grass as well as this other field just over here. I did use the horse seeder since it was stuck on grass seed, so I planted these and then took it down to sell. This field over here, if you remember, the field over here I had expanded because I had done some logging back here towards the back. So this field is much, much larger than it was initially. And it is planted in grass as well. The reason I planted these fields in grass is what I plan to do is use these for making hay. And I can just bale it up and take it down to the farm. So that's what's going on down here. We'll take a look at the new truck that I bought. Went with this one here. Kind of a Truck I'd never used before. Figured I'd give it a shot, and I actually like it. Can even work on the engine if you want to. And I do like the horn. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this truck, and I want to leave the trailer up here because any logging I'll do will be up here. So I am going to actually take this truck back down to the main farm now. We still have the lever and the wood harvesting machine here, the jackrabbit, what's it called? Kangaroo? Timberjack, that's it. We have those two pieces of equipment down here. I'm going to leave the Timberjack for sure. Park it under the barn there, and the lever, I think we'll need to get that back down to the farm at some point. But it is not urgent at this very moment. But this truck did really well. Much better than the Kenworth did. It's had a much better, it had a much improved traction, so it was able to pull that trailer loaded down with logs with absolutely no problems. So if you're looking for a good truck, I'd recommend this one. I like it. This is the Yamaz 536. I like it. So we do still have this field here that needs to be planted. We'll get to that after we finish the big field. As well as this other small little field that is directly across right here. So both of those fields will get planted as well. We'll get back down here and check on the helper. Looks like he's on his third pass around the headlands. That should be his last one. And he should start on the up and down rows here very shortly. So I've been looking at the silos here, and I know in a previous episode I talked about not knowing why they are like they are. So the best I can tell is that this silo and the main silo right there are connected. If I put anything in here, I have access to it over here. Now this silo, I have no idea. Tried to put various things in there and it will not accept anything. So if you have played this map and know anything about this silo, please let me know. Alright, so we got the truck down here and the rest of our equipment we have brought down. We have the little loading wagon here. Bell trailer, which has, I guess, battery operated lights that run all the time. And we have our baler down here, as well as the hay rake. So everything else is down here except for the lever and the timberjack. So we are kind of settled in here down at the farm. Down here in this other shed, we do have the plow there that we had bought. We have some seeds and lime, as well as our gooseneck trailer back down here. So everything is down at this farm, except for just a few pieces that we really don't need. Well, I have the helper down there in the field. They are working on getting the corn planted, so I went down to the shop and bought this sprayer setup. It's an Amazon brand. needed to get some fertilizer on the grass field. The 2 fields that had the wheat in it, they were good on fertilizer, but the grass, it needs it here in this larger field. We can take a look here at the precision farming data. You see here it does need nitrogen, and I may run over these fields here and see if they need to be brought up any at all. I'm not sure, but we're gonna get started here and get this spray put out. I don't know if this is going to get us through the whole field. This was the entire IBC container actually fit into this setup and filled it to 99% capacity, so that actually worked out really well. So hopefully we can get through this field. I think we will get through it, and then we'll have a sprayer. I think it cost me around 29,000 or so to get the front tank, and the sprayer is 15 meters wide, so not huge, but I think it'll work out good enough for what we'll be using it for. Over on the larger fields, if we have to use it, it may take a little bit of time, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Alright, just got done with this field here and have plenty of fertilizer left. So I get this thing folded up here before we head down this little trail here. And I'm going to run over here to these other grass fields and just double check to make sure they don't need any more fertilizer. They may need some. Let's see. Yes, it looks like it's going to take some. Alright, well, I guess I will knock these out. These 2 fields won't take very long. So we'll get these done and let the helper finish up on the corn planting. Hopefully I don't have to refill, but if I do, I'll get some more seeds brought in. Well, actually we have some at the farm, so we may be okay. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please don't forget to give me a like. As always, I do appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you back here soon.